Former US President Donald Trump, who is vying for another term, has once again brought up the issue of India imposing high taxes on specific American goods, notably the iconic Harley-Davidson motorcycle, and has in fact issued a warning that if he secures victory in the 2024 presidential elections, he intends to impose corresponding taxes on Indian products. This is not the first time that Trump is raking high import tariffs in fact imposed by India on certain products. Trump labelled India as a tariff king back in 2018 as well as in May 2019. He in fact terminated India's preferential market access under the generalized system of preferences arrangements, citing India's failure to grant the US fair and reasonable market access. Joining us on the broadcast to discuss more is Dr. Sharad Kohli, a senior economist, as well as Mr. Sanjeev Srivastav. I'd like to rope in Dr. Sharad Kohli first into this discussion. What do you make of Donald Trump's statements?
Well, I think India has to protect its own industries, which is why you see tariffs on certain products. I'm not really worried about Harley-Davidson. I think that's not on a priority list. It's a luxury motorbike. I don't know why Mr. Trump wants to sell a luxury motorbike to India at lower tariffs, which is not on India's priority list. And I think as far as tagging India as tariff king, I mean, I would beg the pardon. I would say that Mr. Trump is the controversy king these days. He's the king of all the wrong cases which are going on. He's been indicted in so many cases. And I mean, every day you wonder whether he's going to fight the next elections or is he not going to fight? Is he going to go to jail or is he not going to go to jail? I think so. I don't think we need to take it very seriously. India is an emerging market and America is a developed country. So when an emerging market and a developed country are trading with each other, there cannot be a level playing field as far as the tariffs are concerned. We have to protect our local industries. We have to give enough opportunities to the local industries, to the domestic industries. If we allow free import of goods at lower tariffs, it will almost destroy the local industry. So I think this is what Mr. Trump should understand. He's worried about tariffs. I think India and America have a very healthy relation, and I don't think the President Biden administration has got any problem with India. Mr. Trump has got enough controversies on his hand. Well, I must also inform NewsX viewers that I'm right now driving down. You can see my background. I'm driving down in a car and I'm just crossing the Trump Towers. You know, this is in a particular sector in Gurugram. You have these Trump Towers coming on for last 7-8 years and people have not got the delivery. So I think Mr. Trump needs to worry for his own commitment that he has done to the people rather than being worried about Indian tariffs when he's not even in power. We don't even know if he's going to fight elections. One, if he fights elections, how much is his approval rating as far as election is concerned? So Priya, personally speaking, neither am I worried about Harley-Davidson as of now because it's not a priority item. It's a luxury motorbike. Nor am I worried about Mr. Trump's comment, which people don't take him very seriously at the moment. I'm sorry to say this, Priya.
Indeed, sir. On that note, I'd also like to rope in Mr. Srivastav. You've, of course, heard Dr. Kohli speak about the Harley-Davidson, but I'd like to draw attention to the domestic matters within the United States. You know, Trump is obviously making these very big statements, but will he even be elected? He's been, indicted a few days back once again.
Well, he's a very strong contender to become the Republican nominee for the 2024 presidential elections. And he's on a campaign trail at this point of time. And obviously, when he is making these remarks about India, these should not be taken seriously because I think I completely agree with Dr. Kohli that obviously he's making these remarks. He's essentially a businessman. He is making various towers and various other infrastructure around the globe, and he's essentially a businessman. He believes in the how to make more and more profit, more and more transactional kind of approach he has had. Also, we have seen in this past campaign in 2018 that he has been promoting this rhetoric of America first. Again, when he's on the campaign trail, he is making this political rhetoric by putting this idea of America first, so that he can impress upon his voters that he is first he will think about America and then only about any other country in the world. And obviously, India is the fastest growing economy in the world. And when he is making this kind of remarks about India, it will bring him in news bring him in news in the United States of America's political circle that yes, he is going to do something about America. So it's more about political rhetoric, Pia. This is not about India-US relationship. India-US strategic partnership is robust. It is based on our shared values, shared interests, shared opportunity and challenges. And I'm sure that if he becomes president of the United States of America again, then he will do a lot good for India-US relationship. What we have seen in the past also, when he was president of the United States of America, during his presidency, a lot of good developments has happened with regard to India-US relationship. But at this point of time, see, he's pitching hard. He's facing a lot of legal hurdles. He's facing a lot of challenges. So to impress upon his voters that he is the genuine candidate who can bring about real, good and reforms in the U.S. economy, etc., he's making these kind of remarks. And then with this, perspective, his remarks should be viewed. And this, as I said, it's a political rhetoric, nothing else.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.